started out alive, man, that was the play. Streaming every night, building up the sway. But as the site faded, I had to find my way. Now I'm hopping platforms, surfing through the fray. Got my crew behind me, yeah, we call them givers. Chillin' IRL, catching all the rivers. Farkle in the chat, bringing lost to the grind. Talking crypto games while we sippin' Jack Fine. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. New Zealand vibes, surfing waves day to night. Always looking for the next thrill, that's where I ignite. Community so solid, always shining bright. Rolling deep and cruising for the height. From the struggle to the stream, it's all just a game. But with the giver found, we're making our name. Jack and crypto profits, life just gets sweeter. Every view and every stream, making life a keeper. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. So here's to the journey, no regrets in sight. Each laugh and each tear, it's a beautiful fight. Keep the wave rolling, let the good vibes flow. We're the givers, together in the show. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. Script is how we play a game. From start to next time, chasing fame. With the year behind me, changing scenes. So through it and then living out the dream. Got my acoustic strum, curing and chill for our cracking jokes. Go stop the thrill in the land of king weeds. We ride the waves. Our streams phone, no better days. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme.
Hello, the internet. It is Monday, the 1st of December, 2025, and welcome back to the channel. I think I'm going to try to use this channel to document a process from here forwards for myself. I don't know what else to do on this channel because, as was clearly evident yesterday, by the end of that stream, it's all gone to hell, hasn't it, really? The community here, the core pillars, basically they're gone. So not only is my relationship over, but my friendships are over, my relationships here on stream are over. So I'm going to just document this process and then just whatever happens goes from here. Wherever this shit goes. I don't know. But I will say, last 2 days, Claudia's been down here, my lovely niece, and she did make a very good suggestion that I should start keeping a journal. She even went and bought me one. So I have now a journal and a pen, and I have written 2 entries in it. One last night and one this morning. I don't like writing. I don't like handwriting. My hand hurts. But I think this is important. She gave me the information of why it's important. And I'm not going to read you the first one from last night because it's very personal. But I will read you what I wrote on this morning. Because the first part of the day when I wake up is the most difficult, because that's when I would grab my phone and send a VR to my spicy little nugget and just telling her my dream. You might think that's whatever. But that's how our relationship was. I would send her my dreams, and I don't mean my dreams for the future. I mean literally my dream from the night before. I would just pick up my phone. The first thing I would do would be reach forward to that thing on that dresser where my phone would sit, and I'd grab my phone, and it had a beautiful picture of her, nice and large, so that my dumb old eyes could see it without glasses on. And I would get that phone, and I would just straight away start a VR, and I would just put my phone next to my head on the pillow, and I would just be still sleeping, farting, ready for a piss, and I'd just be telling her the most bizarre thing of my dream from the night before. And so to break that habit, I have to do something else. And if I go to grab my phone, there is no photo of her anymore. They're all gone. So I wanted to put something on my home screen or on my lock screen that would remind me about when I feel down and when I feel lost. Which I do. I got to remind myself of this. And so I wrote this. 3 sentences I wrote. I didn't break this. Her. And then I put a little arrow pointing to the word mental ? I wasn't sure if I should use the word mental. I said, I didn't break this. New sentence. Her mental capacity has changed, and I am not the cause. And that's what I wrote. And then I thought, is it better to, can there be a better wording for this? I'm not very great with words. So I thought I put it through ChatGPT, and it came back with, see, that's my new girlfriend, so I feel like I can ask her. It came back with gold. It's basically the same, but it's just so much more succinct. It says, I didn't break this, dash. Her capacity collapsed. My actions were not the cause. And so now I have that on my home lock, on my lock screen, when I can just start picking up my phone. The first thing in the day, I see that, and it reminds me, and then the Bitcoin price and the temperature. And it reminds me that this is not my fault. I did not do this. I did not cause this. She has had her capacity to engage in a relationship voided. It's gone. She doesn't have that mental capacity. My actions were not the cause of this. So the next thing I need to do is to work on, why am I beating myself up so badly for it? Why am I so utterly depressed? And I obviously I know the answer to that is because I've lost someone that I really cared for. I've lost a connection. I've lost a familiarity. And I want to keep myself accountable because this won't last forever. What is it now? Monday. She dumped me on Wednesday. I kept saying it was Thursday. It actually was Wednesday night. Wednesday night she dumped me, and it's now Monday. It hasn't even been a week. And I haven't stopped crying. You're going to get a laugh out of this. Holy shit. So I couldn't surf today. There was no surf. The conditions were horrible. Sorry, I'm missing the chat. Hung flu fo. Who flung fo? Are you originally from Australia or New Zealand? I'm originally from Australia. I'm an Australian. Yeah, so I couldn't go surfing today because there was no I just didn't that Hung Flung Fu, do you ever worry that she broke up with you because she was romantically interested in someone else? Are you fucking... all right. You dumb fuck. I'm sorry. I don't need to hear any of that shit, you absolute moron. So surfing was off, and so instead I went for a 12K run, well, a walk. And I haven't been doing any fitness aside from surfing for some time. And the funny thing about that 12K fitness walk was that just by my own fucking weirdness, I listened to music in a certain pattern. It's way too complex to explain or to describe, but I listen to music very strategically, I guess. In a nutshell, the alphabet starts at A and goes through to Z. And I listen to bands that start with whatever the letter I'm up to. And I'm up to the letter A. And I've been going through the alphabet, and today I got on Anal Nathraki. Now, I don't know if you guys know, you know what, let's play some. I don't know if you've heard Anal Nathraki. Let's crank it up. Search for Anal. It's not as it sounds. It's not anal, it's Anal. Anal Nathraki. 2 albums of theirs. This... I mean, just get ready for the absolute most obnoxiously heavy industrial doom. Like this music is I'd consider this music the end of everything. Like, it's the destruction. It's fast. It's just loud, aggressive. It's screaming vocals. It's insane. I guess we'll just play a little of it. And then I'll talk a little about it. So that this is the music that I spend 2 hours running to. That track was called Depravity Favors the Bold. This one was called We Will Fucking Kill You. You don't need to hear the... I'm just skipping through it so you don't have to hear it. But the point, and by the way, Jake, I see that donation. Thank you, my friend. Steak. Money is too tight for steak. My point here is, thank you, Jake. My point here is that I played that music because it happens to be, that's what I'm up to in my music collection. Now, arguably, I don't feel like listening to that music in the state that I'm in. And I can't change my system. They're so regimented and stuck that I went and did my 12K fitness run. There's 2 albums of theirs. What are the albums called? That one's called The Whole of the Law. Oh, sorry, that's called... Oh, that's their new one. Sorry. A New Kind of Horror, the older one. This one's called this album's called A New Kind of Horror. We don't have to play it all. And the fucking weird thing about that is I was bawling my eyes out while trying to do this fitness run. And I say run because it's actually a walk, but I had that in my ears and I was bawling as I'm walking up the street. If anybody could hear the music, they'd be like, why is this guy crying? I'm bawling because of my loss and my fear and my abandonment and all the bad things that have happened, and that's playing. But then I thought to myself, well, it might actually be hey, g'day, Woz, how you doing, man? It might actually be a blessing because it could be worse. Like I could be up to like Alanis Morissette or something, right? You know, something that's going to just trip me up, like make me feel even worse because of, I don't know, that music, or there is melody in there and there is whatever, like I can find melody and I can find something in that, but you might not be able to. But so that happened. And then when I finished that, I went to my doctor appointment, and I have now been referred to a psychologist. And I guess I'm going to find out what the fuck is wrong with me, because like it says, I didn't break this. Her capacity collapsed. My actions were not the cause, but I have to go to a psychologist to work out why I'm taking this so poorly. Claudia also got me where is it? She got me a podcast to listen to. She said, this might help you. Where is it? What the fuck is going on? Where is it? I'm also swearing a lot lately. I'm assuming my swearing is because I'm hurting, but I am cussing way more than I ever fucking used to. Maybe that's a new thing for me. That's good. Speaking with a professional can be good. I've done so a few times. I still want to. I'll message you after this stream for whatever's going on with yourself. There was, yeah, I know something's happened for yourself, and I've been a little selfish, just wallowing in my own fucking whatever. But I'll talk to you after the stream. This is the Jay Shetty podcast with Mel Robbins, the Let Them Theory. I don't know if you guys know about this, a life-changing hack that 15 million people can't stop talking about. Claudia said you should listen to this and then you'll be okay, or it might help you. So I want to go and get a coffee. I'm really down today. Like I'm drug-free. Those benzos have gone. I told my doctor that, and he looked at me and he's like, okay, but you're still down. And I said, I know, but I don't like the feeling coming off those benzos. I like the feeling when I'm on them, but I don't like the feeling when I'm off of them. And so I said, I'd rather cold turkey or Goggins this and just take it. And I feel really flat today. And I go back to work tomorrow. I'm going back to work for 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm only doing day shifts. I'm not doing the late run. I'm not doing the early run. I'm just doing the regular, like 9 to 5, if you will. And I don't know, that feels like a good idea to just limit my work. It feels like a time now for me to, strange as it might sound, like I haven't done anything wrong, but I feel like I need to fix myself. I feel like there needs to be a moment for me to, I don't know. I haven't done anything wrong. So why do I need to be fixed? Why do I need to go and see a psychologist? I didn't do anything wrong. Fucking hell. It's not about anything you've done wrong. Well, then why do I need help though? Why do I need the fixing? Like, she needs the fixing. She caused all this. I didn't do any of this. Look, it says it. It says it. I didn't break this. Her capacity collapsed. My actions were not the cause. That's clear as it can fucking get. Unless I'm missing something. Unless there's something that I've missed that I deserved to get dumped, which there isn't because we've been through it. We've gone over it, and I didn't do anything, yet here I am having to go and fucking see a psychologist, and I'm struggling with this shit, and I'm fucking over it. I'm just over it. I'm sick of, I don't want to work tomorrow. I don't want to go back to that job. I don't want to go back to anything that's familiar. I don't even really like fucking doing anything. Could you take a few weeks off? I can quit, man. I can take all the time off. Take a few weeks off. I've kind of already confirmed that I'm working tomorrow. If I don't work, okay, paradox. If I don't go to work tomorrow, what do? I sit here on stream and talk absolute fucking dribble about how bad I feel. At some point, I'm going to get sick of this. At some point, possibly already we've passed, you guys are going to get sick of this. You're going to be sick of seeing a 50-year-old male cry over a girl, right? You're going to get sick of that. I'm going to get sick of that. So if I don't go to work, I'm going to push that further and further back. But the truth of the matter is, I don't give a fuck about that job. Sorry if you're watching. It's just and it's just a means to an end. It's just money to live. I had a reason to live because of my ex-girlfriend that I was really looking forward to spending the rest of my fucking life with and making our own lives together. Now I don't have that, so what's the fucking point? What's the point of going to a fucking shitty job just to earn money, just to live and just keep living? What if you took a week off from streaming? If I took a week off from streaming, I genuinely think, I don't think I'd come back, I think I'd just give this away. I'm doing this I want to keep myself accountable. I want these streams to exist so that I can say, that's where I was last week, and look where I am this week. And then maybe a week from there, look where I am in that week. And by the way, what's coming up, I don't know what to do, and I'd like advice. I have the ticket for Christmas, right? That's already booked and paid for. What happens? What's the date of that, by the way? I think it's the 20th or something of December. No, 22nd. So the 22nd of December, I was meant to be flying to Tasmania to spend Christmas with the family, and it would have been so fucking beautiful. So I haven't done anything about it. I'm just going to, I guess, much of me thinks, a great portion of me is hanging on to hope that when she comes out of this shutdown phase.
Bitch. I just farted.
Thank you for the kicks. I just farted. That was awesome timing.
Fucking love you, bitch. I just farted.
Thank you for the kicks, Jake. I don't know what kicks are on Kick. I knew they were coming, but I don't know what they are. Tones. Can we use a ChatGPT to write a song about Sophia? I've already written a couple myself. If anything, there's fuel here for another album of mine. God knows who wants that though. like what I was saying is I have this, the only like incy smidgy tiny little bit of hope that I have is that
Fucking love you, bitch.
what are
I just farted.
okay, thank you for the kicks, Jake. Can you talk to me, Jake, instead of just dropping that? Someone goes into a mental breakdown, they're going to shut down, they dysregulate, they cannot compute, they cannot entertain anything more than just the basic survival instinct to stay alive. That's what's happened here. That's what she's done. She's shut down. She's gone into a mental state of severe dysregulation. At that point, she said, I can't be around anybody, let alone a partner. The irony of that is that one of the things she said before she dumped me was that she needs me to be there. And as you all know, I would literally have taken a flight that day had she have said, come down. If she had have just said those words, I need you here, I would have said, I'll be there. Keep your phone on. I'm booking a flight and I'm going to be there. And we talk about what that means after I'm there. She didn't do that though. Instead she used that as the reason to break up. You're not here. I need you. I'm not there. You need me. This can't work. But that's we both knew that. That's the process we were working through, including, and that's why this is so fucking me over right now. That's why for Christmas, I was like, well, the next best time to be together is at Christmas. I've already been down once. Here we come again. And it's coming up. It's come around so quick. It's already December 1. And so my point is, I just wait, right? Like, do I just wait for her to come back at some point and say, I mean, I can't reach out to her. I've done all the things possible to eradicate her from life. I mean, I probably could, if I tried, I could probably go back and find an old phone call way back when, and I could identify it. But then again, how would I know it's her? Because I've got so many numbers from work in my phone. Like, my point is, I'm gonna talk to my psychologist about this. That this December 22 is a date that's gonna. It's fucking 3 weeks away. I can't survive like this until then. I don't know. Fuck, I don't know what the fuck. I'm just a miserable fucking cunt right now. I really, really, really miss her. Like, I miss her so much. I miss just daily, multiple times checkups. Just how you doing? I miss meds before midnight. I miss VR dreaming. I just miss her so much. I wish I had have done something different. I don't know what though. The fuck is that? I've been with women before who have had mental health issues. The only thing you can do is wait and see how she feels. There's nothing you can do to rush it, but also give it a few months and you may feel differently. Right. 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 I mean, it's not even a week yet, and I went from having her like in my pocket and someone I could rely on and someone I could talk with and someone I could spill my guts to and someone I could relate to and someone I could embrace life with to that. Now there's just it just feels so horrible that's gone. I didn't, and It's not like she's dead. She didn't die. And I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I'm going to really, really give this psychologist a fucking run for her money, which, by the way, I got to pay for. It's not free. What happened to free medical in Australia? Not this one. My doctor says severe. Mr. Kirsch has demonstrated extremely severe levels of anxiety, severe stress, and extremely severe depression based on DASS-21 assessment. He reports persistent low mood, difficult relaxing, agitation, feelings of worthlessness, difficulty sleeping, relying on over-the-counter sleep meds, which I did take last night. He has an upcoming planned trip in December, which is causing him additional anxiety due to a connection with the previous relationship. Blah, 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 blah. This guy is a fuckwit. He wants me to see her for 6 sessions. Struggling with feelings of abandonment and rejection, attempting to manage his symptoms through physical activities such as surfing and walking and running, and been journaling at the suggestion of his niece. All of this stuff is true, but that's a 3. That's a thing. Free medical needs to come back. You should get a free few sessions. Yeah, these aren't free. And the irony of that is I dropped my work schedule back, so I'm not earning enough. I'm not earning I'm earning less and I'm paying for this, but I feel like I think this is important, right? But if this is important just because this psychologist is going to say, oh yeah, you just need time. That's it? You'll be better in time? Okay, really? That's all I'm going to, like, I want more. I want to fix. I want her to fix me. Medicare, it's all through that, it's all through Medicare. But my doctor was like, I'm warning you. No, he said that there'll be, what do they say when it's through Medicare, but there's not a levy or what's the word? There's an imbalance, like there's a portion you've got to cover. And I was like, really? Isn't there a free one? And he said, well, there is, but it's not face to face. I'm going in to see this woman and sitting with her. I feel like I get more out of being in someone's presence than I can. And then I asked my GP a question, which I want to run this by you. I don't know if this is the wrong question and if I should have asked this, and he answered me pretty straight. But let me just pitch this to you. So there was a time when Sophia engaged me in a conversation or attempted to with her doctor. So her doctor has met me. I understand from what Sophia told me and from what her mother told me, this decision to break up with me was not the decision of the doctor, it was the decision of Sophia. So would there be any benefit in me contacting the doctor to say, are you aware that Sophia ended our relationship due to her ongoing struggles? From what I understood, when I did briefly meet him, he wanted her to, when her words were, he scolded me when I didn't take your calls. Because the one time I was trying to call her and she just wasn't answering, and it was because she was sitting with him when I got all freaked out about maybe there's romance or some garbage, but she had her phone off and he scolded her and he said no. And not just me, she was like, you need to be able to be contacted by your partner and your mother. And so he scolded her. So I'm just wondering if she's even told him I mean, I'm sure she would have. It's now Monday and it was on Wednesday. I'm sure she would have told him, but I'm just wondering if am I breaching anything by making contact with this doctor saying you know who I am. We've met briefly. Here's what's happened. She's dumped me. I'm not asking you for advice for me. I'm informing you on the odd chance that she didn't inform you, and therefore maybe you might not be giving her the most salient advice right now. He might be saying, this is all just total mental speculation with my brain just not seeing. Well, I might not be seeing straight. More than likely this is all wrong. But what if he was trying to say to her, you should be reaching out to your partner. You should be latching onto this 3-week. Oh, I've got to take this. It's the psychologist. I'm going to have to just pause for a sec. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that. That was, funnily enough, psychologist right there confirming for next Monday, which is, yeah. I mean, that's good, right? That's good. I'm assuming that's good. Going to see someone and talk. You said that will help you reframe things, see things from a different perspective you may not have thought about. Flosky with some gifts. You're not breaching anything. In my books, she may have told him if it's the right thing to do. I guess back to what I was saying about that. Like, and I guess maybe I should wait to speak to my psychologist about this. But is it wrong? Would it be wrong for me to reach out to Sophia's doctor and just say, I'm assuming you're aware of what's happened. I don't think she would have not told you. And again, before that phone rang, I was about to say, I'm not ringing him for him to fix me. I'm ringing to make certain that he has all of the facts of what's gone down, because possibly there's a potential for him to say, well, I didn't know that she broke off with you. I want to talk to her about that. I don't think that's advisable. You're genuinely there for her, and she needs everybody that she possibly can have. So I just wonder if that happened, and if I did that, if then he told, like, see, I'm not his patient, so there's no confidentiality between him and me. But what if he told her and she got shittier and said, why would he do that? And I'm doing it because I want to make certain that all the information is out there. I don't know. Wait till you speak with my psychologist. Yeah, I think that's probably advisable. It just seems like it's a whole week from now, though. I don't know. I don't know what to do. This psychologist wanted to see me tomorrow. She said, can you get here tomorrow? I think we need to talk urgently. And I said, of course I'm working. And the next available appointment isn't until next week. Flosky, how you doing? She's not alone, right? She has her parents and they're good people from what you said. That's correct. Yeah. Yeah. However, there is, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. Can she do telehealth video? Well, funnily enough, there is completely free telehealth appointments with psychologists. And my doctor said you can do a complete free one, or you can be in person with someone and pay for it. And I said, I want to be in person with someone. She just confirmed it's $55. And my doctor wants 6 sessions. He said 6, right? I don't know about all this. I just want 1. He said 6. And it goes up. She said it's going up on January 1. Awesome timing, right? Awesome timing. So I don't know. I'm going to go anyway. And I feel so fucking like all of my body is just fucking aching and just I feel fucking horrible, like absolutely horrible. This is not fun. In person is good, but if you need someone to talk with ASAP, telehealth could be okay. This is true. Usually if it doesn't feel like a good match, you can calmly tell them and they'll reassess or reassign. They don't force you to stay though, do they? Like, console, I find a good bartender to be as if not more effective than most therapists. But I mean, fair, whatever. But my point here is I'm needing this, and I'm going to do it, but I need the help, obviously. But again, I didn't do anything wrong. Why do I need to be fixed? What did I, like, what's wrong with me that needs counseling? I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. So why do I need to be counseled? It's like you're getting pulled into the principal's office and the other guy threw the fucking wet piece of paper at the blackboard. I didn't do it. I'm the collateral damage here. She did it. I didn't do anything. Read it. I didn't break this. Her capacity collapsed. My actions were not the cause. I didn't do anything here. I'd never heard of a therapist forcing anyone to stay. It's not helpful. They won't want you to continue. Wait till Monday. Next few days, call me if you need to chat. Thanks, Was. I'm going to talk to you anyway about your sitch. It's not about doing wrong. It's about needing help. But why do I need help if I haven't done anything wrong? What's the help for? Like up until she dumped me, I was going along life pretty good. Pretty good. So why do I need to be helped? No, you were put into a situation you've never been in before. So how were you to know how to react? I've been heartbroken before. I've definitely been heartbroken before. And I said to myself, I'm not ever getting myself involved in that again. And yet, there I am. Slowly but surely. Well, not slowly. Rather quickly, but definitely. Sophia, she's just I haven't met anybody. And like I said, she's not the type that I would normally be attracted to. But there's something about her that resonated with me. If you're wanting to die, you need to talk to someone about that. That's not just us hecklers online, though we also care we aren't pros. This is true. This is true. I'm such a chicken shit though that I couldn't kill myself. You had to learn how people with Asperger's live and deal or not deal with things. Yeah, I learned that. That's you're dead right. And like I said yesterday or the day before or whenever else I was ranting and raving, I found that an enjoyable part of the relationship. Learning something new, embracing change, embracing difference, having someone like Sophia, she's a very smart person, like very intelligent, very intellectually intelligent. If it's something that if it's something that she wants to learn about or that she wants to know about, man, she goes in and learns, and not so much just learn, but then she can teach. They always say if you can teach someone something, you've definitely mastered it yourself. She taught me, like I said, she's been medicated since she was 13. She knows everything about the medication. She knows everything about the half-life, the weaning off process, what these drugs do, what they come from, what their scheduling is, where they stem from, what the other families they are involved with, how it all works, what it does to her brain, what it does. She doesn't just go, oh, I've got this Asperger's and I need those drugs, give them to me. No, she's like, if I need those, what do they do to me? And what's the long term? And how does my life get affected? Blah blah. And she has charts and books, and she has a chart on her wall, and it like I like all that stuff. Like I fucking miss her. I miss her dog too. Never gonna see her again. Fuck. Fuck. I'm going to go and get a coffee and we can come back and have a look at this Mel Robbins stuff. I'll be right back. Fuck's sake. All right, let's move on and have a look at this Mel Robbins thing, the let them theory. I don't know what this is about, but Claudia said this will probably help. The Jay Shetty podcast. It's the Jay Shetty podcast with Mel Robbins. Okay. Before we move on, Rob Ozzy, I've been taught lots and been teaching lots of others as they praise you when you achieve something. Yeah, they say that if you can teach someone, then you've mastered it yourself, and can definitely see that. Well, I could see that in Sophia. Wow. Pretty depressing. Fucking over this.
Every human being has a hardwired need to be in control of everything. There's three things in your control, Jay. what you think, what you do or don't do, and how you process your emotions. If you embrace this skill, you're going to be shocked.
This is by far one of the best self-help books I've ever read. Your mind and soul are in for a treat.
The queen of grounded, science-backed personal development.
Mel Robbins.
Work has been seen as the #1 cause of stress.
You have a customer that's really rude. You lose a big account. You get passed over for something. As you notice the stress come up, Jay, you're
Lawn King. If Oprah says it's good, then it's good. That actually turned me off a little, if I'm being honest. If I'm being honest. I thought this looked too good, like too polished. But I'm willing to just take the information and ignore the polish, ignore the sheen. There could be vital information in here. Well, look, let's be clear. My niece recommended this. She said, Uncle Benny, you need this. She got me onto the journaling. She said, you need this. This will help. Listen, this let them theory or whatever it is. Let's see.
simply going to say, let them. If you focus and try to manage things that are never going to be within your control, it only creates stress, anxiety, and frustration for you.
Imagine for every thought you had about that person, you had to pay them $1. That's how much energy, time, and money is being wasted.
Flosky, the journaling is gold. Maybe not for everyone, but I've been doing it since I was 16. Good for you. Is that right? That's interesting, man. See, my problem is I can't write. Like, my handwriting is horrible. Like, look at this. Just look at how bad my handwriting is. Mind you, I wrote that without my glasses on as I was laying up in bed. But I mean, it's something like it's there it's there on page, so it makes it more. I don't know, just having it written. It's like writing a note for someone, right? It's like why I wrote so many notes for Sophia, just like she'd pop out and find them, and then it'd be like, oh, you've taken the time to sit down with a pen and put it to the page and write your thoughts down. You know, it's a beautiful thing to do for someone. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck is another good read. Is that, by the way, what happened to my monitor? It's black. Oh, it's on a pause. I thought, why is my monitor all black? It's paused. I've heard of that. I've heard of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Yeah. Writing is a release. You manifest a thought into something tangible. But I guess what I'm saying is, does it need to be physically on page? Can you do similar by keeping a note in your phone, or does it have to be on paper? I think on paper is much more salient. Like, it gives it more meaning. Doug, hey Gibbs and all the givers. Thanks, Doug. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Let's continue.
You have no idea right now how much time and energy is being wasted or drained because of other people's behavior or your expectations about how you wish things would go. This is, I think, my legacy. I think that this is the thing I was supposed to figure out and leave the world.
Okay. It can be whatever works for you, Flosky, you can do it typing or audio. I've done it, all of them. Tangible is cool and I prefer it. I'm going to go with the writing of it for a little while, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, we used to send VRs to each other all the time. Voice recordings, just. I had a thing, I'd send her a voice recording from the Ampol Foodery every time I was there. It's these things that this is what's going on in my head right now. All of the beautiful, loving, connecting connections, for want of a better word, all of those beautiful things that we did for each other, like just a subtle thing like recording a voice recording at the Foodery just because I'm there. Hey, I haven't really got anything to tell you, but it's the nightly Foodery VR. Just those beautiful things, they've just been ripped out from me, and I don't deal with loss. Like, since Dad died like 20 odd years ago, I've never dealt with loss of any form very well at all. And the fucking horrible thing is, she knows that. She knows that about me, yet she still broke my heart. She still chose to leave me. And I didn't do anything to her. I don't warrant. It doesn't make any sense to me. Come on, Mel, fix me. Whatever you got to tell us.
#1 health and wellness podcast.
Jay Shetty.
He won.
Hurry up with the intro.
Now-
Sorry, I went past it.
Jay Shetty.
If you're struggling right now with things you can't control, this episode is for you. If you're someone who's struggling at work and negative people and toxic culture, this episode's for you. If you're someone who's struggling with your family members and your friends and setting boundaries, this episode's for you. So, Mel, where I want to start is work has been seen as the #1 cause of stress. You write about this in the book, in people's lives. How can the let them theory help people in the place that causes them the most stress?
It's an excellent question. So first, let me, no pun intended, let me explain the theory. So in case you haven't bumped into this online.
Before the past 5 years, I dealt with grieving families. The loss of relationships can be similar to the loss of a loved one. It feels like it, dude. Definitely. It's worse than that, because to me it felt like that was the start of my family. You know, she man, another thing that kills me, she made it very clear that she does not want to have children, and I don't want to have children. So I'm like, I found a rare girl who doesn't want to have children. The pressure is not there to want children. And I was like, wow, that's pretty odd. And she's like, well, I'm definitely not the one to have children. And I'm like, I'm the same. So like, I mean, I can list off as we go if you want all the similarities that we have, but I'm feeling it really hard. I'm feeling it really hard right now. It's fucking horrible. It's a real horrible feeling of abandonment. It's a real horrible feeling of loss. It's a real horrible feeling of void, and I haven't deserved any of it, and yet it's been dished out to me, and it sucks. It really fucking sucks. And I wish I'd done something to fuck it, because then it would feel better that I deserve it, but I know I haven't. The feel to want to reason or bargain is strong. The feel to want to reason or bargain is strong. Yes. I think you're on the money, Mel, Doug. Yep.
The theory is very simple. It is a mindset tool.
Hang on. This is her explaining it.
That causes them the most stress.
It's an excellent question. So first, let me, no pun intended, let me explain the theory. So in case you haven't bumped into this online, the theory is very simple. It is a mindset tool that instantly helps you identify what's in your control and what's not in your control.
Good.
The reason why this is important is because any psychologist will tell you that if you focus and try to manage things that are never going to be within your control, it only creates stress, anxiety, and frustration.
Okay. So putting that into my perspective, if I tried to manage Sophia's actions, it's only going to create stress and anxiety, which is obviously what's going on. So how do I stop that? Doug, you didn't deserve it. You're a great guy, Ben, and don't forget that. I have forgotten it. At this point, I've forgotten it. I have forgotten it, Doug. I'm not really enjoying who I am. I'm not liking myself. And I'm definitely not enjoying my life right now. At all. I just want to find an answer somewhere.
For you, when you take the context of work, there is so much inside your day-to-day life at work that is irritating, it is stressful, it is annoying, from the endless meetings and no time to get work done, to if you're somebody that is working in a retail store, you're doing shift work, you don't have control over what shifts you get, to feeling like you don't have the chance for promotion. It is just endless. And the way that you're going to use the let them theory is anytime something is happening at work that stresses you out, you have a customer that's really rude, you lose a big account, you get passed over for something, your idea gets dismissed in a work meeting, As you notice the stress come up, Jay, you're simply going to say, let them. Let my boss be in a bad mood. Let my colleague take credit. Let the customer be rude to me. And here's the thing. This sounds almost like you're being a doormat and you're being passive. It's the exact opposite. When you say let them, you're recognizing that the situation right now that has just happened has already happened, and that there is no reason to allow it to stress you out. When you allow your boss...
Wait. Yes, but how does that help you? Like, you're saying, like, in this instance, let Sophia dump you. Well, this just in, she already did dump me. Me saying I let her doesn't help me because she made the choice anyway. What if I said I don't let her? It already happened. There's no going, I don't know, is this going to be airy-fairy or is this actually going to help? Was you grab your own life jacket first? You're not meant to. You're meant to get children and women first, dude. Children and women in the lifeboat first. Chance until my head blows off. This is not really happening. Yeah, you're supposed to get women and children first, dude. That's in the song, man. It's in the song.
Mood to stress you out or make you nervous. You're giving power to your boss that they do not deserve. And so you're going to say, let them. When you...
Yeah, this sounds more like an office thing. Like, is this going to be like transferable to relationships? Flosky, you can't help them if you are drowning. I've always thought that too. Like, why do they say put the oxygen mask on the child first? I've always thought it was because the child has longer to live, you know, like typically if the plane's going down and the oxygen masks fall out, if you're around my age, 50 or whatever, you've already had most of your time. So give it to the kid first. They got longer to live. Take the money, run, take the money is all I remember.
You allow a customer that is rude or inconsiderate to make you feel bad about yourself or to make you upset or to rattle you. You just gave this rude person power over you. When you say, let them, something interesting happens. First of all, you detach. Second, you feel almost superior. It's this weird thing because I don't think this is the same thing as saying, let it go. You're a very grounded person, Jay. You strike me as the kind of person that can let anything go. Me?
Wow.
Whenever somebody would say to me, Mel, I know, it's not fair what just happened at work. You got to let it go. I'd be like, but I feel like I lost. I feel like I now have to be defeated. I feel more like a doormat if somebody tells me to let something go.
What's the difference between let it go and let them?
For me, when I say let them, I get a jolt of superiority because I'm like, I can see that my boss is kind of a jerk and I'm just going to let them be a jerk. And I rise above it and I feel a little judgy. I mean, if I'm being perfectly honest, I mean, this is why people get this tattooed on their bodies. Because when you say the word let them or you see it on your arm, what happens is you no longer allowed a rude colleague or something frustrating at work to derail your day. You say let them and you rise above it and you kind of go, I see what's happening here. I'm going to allow this without allowing it. But then there's a second part, Jay, and this is...
I'm going to allow it without allowing it? I'm getting confused here. No matter what you say, the thing's already been done. They've already passed you over for a promotion. You've already been dumped. Let them. The race is already over. You've been dumped. I don't get it. Is my brain not wired to get this? I just don't get this. It's kind of, this just seems like obvious.
The most important part. And it's the part that people do not tattoo on themselves because it's the harder part. And the second part to this theory is saying to yourself, let me remind myself that in life, there are always three things I can control. That's where my power is. My power is not in managing my boss or in trying to deal with some customer that just doesn't want to be in an okay mood and doesn't want to be calmed down. They want to be right. They want to take it out on you. So you're going to let them. But then you've created this boundary. You rise above. I'm going to just let you be upset here. I'm not going to let it impact me. And then you say, let me. And what you're reminding yourself of is there's 3 things in your control, Jay. What you think next, what you do or don't do, and oftentimes not doing something is the more powerful mood, and how you process your emotions. Those are the 3 things that are always in your control. And when you say, let me take responsibility right now for how I'm going to respond to this, and the word responsibility, after all, is the ability to respond, right? And so when you say, let me, and you remember, I can think what I want about this, I can act in response to this, and I can process my emotions and either allow them to rise and fall and stay steady and calm, or, you know, you can certainly erupt if you want to, but why would you want to? Because then that means you've given power to somebody else.
Why are we so distracted and obsessed with things we can't control? I'm sure we all have a friend or know someone who knows they need to be working on their business, but they're talking about the news. They know they should be writing their book, but they're focused on talking about politics. They know they should be building the next stage in their career or whatever it may be, trying to get that promotion, work towards that next threshold or whatever they're trying to achieve, but they're distracted by talking about all the people, all the things, all the ideas that they can do nothing about. Why are we so addicted to it?
Well, I think there's 2 reasons, because your question is about 2 different things. One is, why are we focused on things we can't control? And the other one is sort of like, why are we distracted? And
the first one is important for me. Why are we focused on things we can't control? Why am I so cut up about something that someone did to me, which I have 0 control over? This is the answer I want to get out of this. Why am I so unable to accept that someone has done something that doesn't seem fair or just to me? That's what I want to learn from this, and I'm not getting it yet. Flosky, it doesn't seem perfect to me. If we all said let them, then we would not care about each other. No one here to listen to you in your pain, no one caring for Sophia, etc. Doesn't sound applicable. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it sits for relationship guidance. To be honest, it sounds a little airy-fairy, like, because you've never been in this exact situation before. I've been heartbroken before, though. Isn't that the crux of the situation? Although maybe it's different. The mental health thing is the difference here. The mental health thing is the difference. Sophia is in a severe state of mental disruption. She's in shutdown. She's in dysregulation. She is not herself. She can't deal with life at all. And I am collateral damage because of that. And that's why I'm struggling. I don't deserve to be, but I am the nearest one in the firing line, and therefore it lands on me first. I'm sure she's in a sense done a similar thing to her parents as well, in a way. She's pushed them aside. I know that she has, because her mum told me she won't talk about it to I mean, she has since, but initially she said she wouldn't talk to her parents, to her mother, about it. So, yeah. This is different. She is not herself, and the stress of the situation has made you not yourself. This is exactly it. Yeah, I've been forced into this position that is not me. Like I would regard myself as a strong person, typically, emotionally, quite stable. Since 2013, I'll be honest, since 2013 or after that breakup, I've been pretty stable. Like, not much could rattle me, you know? Like I said, when Kat, this other girl, wanted to meet my family and I just flat out said no, and she said, I'm breaking up then, I was like, okay. It was almost like nonchalant, like, okay, see you later. When that German girl, Felicia, when she came back to Australia, or she messaged me and said, I'm coming back to Australia. And I'm like, you're not coming back for me, right? And she's like, no. I'm like, good, because I'm not here for you. It's not me you're coming back to this country for. Just be very clear about that. And she said, no, I'm coming back to see a gig. And I'm like, which gig? And she's like, Gomez. No. Was it Gomez or Soil Work? Anyway, whatever the gig was, is like, I'm not going to be there. Like, I'm not going to that gig. So don't think that you're coming there to see me. And you might say, that's heartless, dude. You are heartless. I guess I was a little emotionless. And I said to myself, I'm going to put this barrier up. I'm not going to allow myself to be hurt again in a relationship like the way Haley did. I'm not going to allow that. I'm going to not let them, right? I'm not letting them let them. I'm not letting them because I don't want to be in that position. And yet here we are. Worse than that, this person meant way more than anybody's meant to me. Ready to literally pack up here and shift down there, and ready to work in a kitchen again, ready to do anything to be there with her. And some way, in some weird twist of the universe, I still wind up getting ditched. I'm fucking sick of it. Like, I'm fucking sick of getting into something rad and then having it ripped out from underneath me. I'm fucking over it. It just gets good, and then it's like, you get a little taste of how good it is. Now I'm pulling it out. Bad luck. Fuck. Fucking hell. It's unfortunate that parents can't really get dumped no matter what goes on, but partners can. It sucks. But that's an interesting way to look at it. Yeah. Yeah. I hope this podcast turns around a little bit into relationship guidance.
They're interconnected. So let's just address the issue of control. Every human being has a hardwired need to be in control of everything.
Okay.
Because being in control is what makes you feel safe. So I need to feel in control of my thoughts, my decisions,
Yes.
my environment,
Makes
my
sense.
future. And the problem is, so do you.
Mm-hmm.
But part of the need for control, Jay, extends beyond me. Because if you're doing something that makes me annoyed or irritated or worried about you, now I'm feeling a little unsafe or worried because of what you're doing. And so now I'm going to want to control you so that I feel better. And so it is a fundamental hardwired need inside every human being you know to be in control of yourself.
Okay, but I get that and I agree with her. What about when it's not physically possible? Like, I can't control this situation. It's been dealt. So what do I do about it?
And yet, the second we step across the line and we try to control someone else, whether it's, I think you should be healthier, I think you should be more motivated, I wish you wouldn't leave the Kleenexes when you're blowing your nose on the, whatever it is that you wish someone else would do. I wish my boss wouldn't talk in every meeting and would give a chance for us to talk. All of that desire for someone else to change is you attempting to control the uncontrollable. And so I think one of the reasons why we do this is because we're hardwired to do it. And the problem becomes that the second I try to control you, Jay, it's not going to motivate you to do what I want you to do. It's going to bump up against your need for your own control. So you're going to push back against me.
Absolutely.
And so you also asked about distraction.
Wait. You didn't give us the answer, though. You just told us what the shit is. Is this going to be one of those podcasts that just says the obvious and then you walk away from it going, I didn't learn anything? Okay, so we're hardwired to want to control everything of every possible scenario, but we can't because some things are out of control in the sense that if I try to control Sophia, then that takes the control away from her, so she needs the control back, so then we butt heads. So what's the solution? You better have a solution, Mel.
I think the reason why we're so distracted is because if you spend so much time and energy allowing the world around you to stress you out and drain your energy, you are now susceptible to being hijacked by meaningless things that are not important to you.
Oh.
And this is one of the biggest discoveries that I've made.
Okay,
about
hang
using
on. To summarize there, she just said that if everything that you're worrying about makes you more susceptible for attacks, basically. She said you spend all your time concerning about things that you can't control, then other things come in under the door and get through, basically. Okay.
Let them theory and researching it has spread around the world is that the single biggest benefit is that you get time and energy back. You have no idea right now how much time and energy is being wasted or drained because of other people's behavior or your expectations about how you wish things would go. And once you start noticing all of these little moments all day long, it's like a death by 1,000 cuts. You want to know why you're too tired? You want to know why you're overwhelmed? You want to know why you're stressed out? You want to know why you have no time for yourself? It's because of the power you give to other people's opinions, their emotions, their immature behavior. It's the ways.
Okay, this is hitting. This is hitting. She's cooking right now. So she's saying that if you spend all this time worrying about what other people are doing, in my case, what Sophia's done, you can't change it. So you're expending energy and time worrying about it. Yeah, okay. So help me to not do that. Help me to not keep doing that. Please help me. Don't just tell me about it. I know about it. I lack the energy. I know that. I'm not myself. Tell me how to stop it.
In which you are turning people into a problem in your life. And here's the sad fact. The sad fact is other people should be the greatest source of happiness and connection and inspiration. But if you don't truly learn this skill that we're going to talk about today,
God bless,
of focusing on what you can control and letting people be who they are, letting things play out as they're playing out, and then bringing the power back in-house and really focusing on how you respond to it. If you embrace this skill, you're going to be shocked. You're going to be shocked by how much time you've wasted. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
And you're going to be shocked, Jay, by the fact that you've allowed stupid things and people's drama to drain you. And that's why I also think we're so susceptible to distraction, because we've given so much power away all day long. Because here's the truth. Like, I'll give you an example.
Hang on. She's gone off there. So she just said that if you realize how much time that you give people by worrying about things that you can't control, you'll be blown away by how much time and energy that is. But as soon as you take that power back, she kind of didn't really go much from there. Okay. I'm drained here just listening to this.
First discovered this and I started playing around with it. The very first way that I used it after I discovered it was I was standing in line. And we've all been at the grocery store when it's like 6 people deep and there's one person working.
Yeah.
And it's like beep, beep, beep. And you start feeling that wave, right?
Mm-hmm.
And immediately the wave of stress takes over because you're now irritated by what's happening. And what just happens when you start reacting to that and you allow that stress wave to start to take over is that you're giving power to something outside of you. Now, I can't control what's happening right now. So why on earth would I allow it to drain my energy? Because as it comes up, Jay, what do I then do? I then start talking to myself. Well, this is ridiculous. Why have they not done an announcement? Like, I got to get going here. Why are they not bringing another? Now I'm starting to believe, Jay, that I can run a supermarket better than the people that are running it.
Yeah.
And then you, of course, turn to the person behind you and you roll, like, can you believe this? And now this is the interesting part that I really want the person listening to embrace. In that moment, you just gave away your energy. And you have a choice. When you say let them, you instantly feel a release. And then you say, let me decide what I'm going to do right now. Am I going to leave? I can leave the store. That's one thing I can do.
So it's not just saying let them and everything gets better. I thought it might be a bit more complex than that. Flowski, yeah, you can just let them, but with loved ones, there's a shared burden if one inside the family hurts. It sounds way more useful in business and a professional. Yeah, yeah. And she hasn't really tapped into it in a relationship sense, has she? She's just kind of stipulated it in her own scenario here. Oh, I've got so tired. I'm not going to take any sleeping pills tonight. I'm going to try to cold turkey it. No pills, no alcohol, no self-medication. I'm going to bed and I'm just going to sleep normal. And in the morning, the first thing I'm doing when I get up, I'm getting my phone and I'm looking at the home screen that says, I didn't break this. Her capacity collapsed. My actions were not the cause. And then I'll notice the Bitcoin price as well, 85,000. Sleep is good. Yeah, it was. I've been sleeping. I mean, I've been sleeping because of the sleeping pills and those benzos when I was on them, but I've been sleeping a lot. And it's a real shame too, because I've had some absolute cracking dreams that previously I would have VR'd to Sophia. And I can guarantee she would have heard these. She would have been like, what on earth? Like, these ones have been mind-bogglingly weird. I'm halfway expecting me to sleepwalk soon. Usually during times of turmoil and times of like upset in my day-to-day life that I end up sleepwalking. And I feel like I'm not trying to coax it or anything, but I feel like it's definitely due. Hiking outdoors in general is one of my best cure-alls. Yeah, right, Flosky. Getting outside and getting out into the mountains and surfing for me. Surfing and I don't know, like I want to get recommendations on what shows. Like I should just be embracing like this me time and just binge watch some random television show, right? Like could maybe watch the other seasons of Afterlife. Sophia and I started watching. We watched the first season. I thought we were going to watch them all. Fuck. I hate that she's out of my life. It's horrible. It's absolutely fucking horrible that she's not part of my existence anymore. Fuck, it's fucking horrible to think of that. And I'm going to fill it with a television show. I'd rather spend an hour sending her a message than fucking watching some show. But I know that the television will just take me away, you know? Like if I watch something inane and I get roped into it, such as like a Breaking Bad or something, then I will just spend, I mean, a week or two could go by at that point watching a show. Takes you away. Like the escape is what I'm looking at. It's horrible, horrible to think of though. I'm trying to fill the void that she's left by watching a fucking television show. Are you like, what? Doesn't make any sense to me. It just seems dumb. Seems like a waste of time. I don't know what to do. This better get better though. This is I'm a little dreary of Mel Robbins, Mel Robbins, Mel Brooks, Mel Robbins, right? Mel Robbins. Was just you're just shifting your focus to something pleasurable. Right, so I'm not replacing her, just shifting the focus. Right, I see what you're saying. You know what's going on here? There is no cure for a broken heart. There's no cure. Time makes it better, but there's no cure for it, right? Like you just have to ride it out. And like, I'm just riding it out. And the riding is rough right now. The riding is bumpy. The road is rocky. The road is rocky. But that's the thing. I didn't do anything. I don't deserve to be on this rocky road. I deserve to be on the smooth road with her in the cart next to me traveling down the road together. I don't... What's going on? Like, why are we apart? What? How did that split happen? Like, what the fuck? I didn't do anything. We didn't do anything. There's been no fuck up here. Yet now we're apart. Like, it doesn't add up to me. It's not. The fuck? I'm hitting a wall. Like, what have I done? Like, what? When someone says, how come you and Sophia are no longer together? My answer is, well, she dumped me. Why did she dump you? She has mental health issues and she closed down, and that closing down meant you got to go. Why though? Why push me away? That's the ultimate struggle that I've got right now is I'm trying to grasp any semblance of reasonability, whatever that word is, reasonableness. I'm trying to find out. Someone's written it somewhere that this is exactly what you did to deserve this. Like let's paint a picture. Right? Let's say she slowly opened up to me about her mental health, which she didn't really. She actually opened up pretty quickly about it from the get-go. One of the first couple of text messages that we had, I can't find them now because I've deleted everything, but if you could go back in our history, you'd see that up close, very front. Actually, yeah, right. I remember. We tried to do a date. We tried to get a date together first, and she said, I can't see you for at least a week. I've just had nerve valopsy or some nerve surgery in, I think, the base of her skull or something, back of her neck. And her whole right side of her face had collapsed. And she said, I can't see you until my face nerves heal. And then she went on to explain a big text message about all of her health issues. And I was like, wow, okay. This girl, she's got some health concerns. Okay, I'll just bide my time, and like when she's healthy. And I think I checked in with her the next week saying, how are you feeling? Like, and we ended up going on a hike, oddly enough, Flowski. We went on a hike up to Drawing Room Rocks. Man, it was a beautiful day. She was so pretty. Oh my God, she was so pretty. And she had this face that was collapsed, and she was like, if you take a photo of me, just do it from that side. And we got this one photo where, actually, that was the second date. The first date was the other one, but there's a photo of me and her where her whole face it's like a line down the center where the right-hand side is just got no nerve, like just no muscles and nerve, just her whole face was subsided. And I thought she looked beautiful. And she's like, don't ever look at that picture. Like, you're kidding me? Look how beautiful you are. And I was kissing her and my nose was squashed against her face. I can't remember where I was going with this point, but I miss her a lot. I know that. She wasn't even able to deal with herself, let alone another person. That's the ultimate of it, right? It was, yeah. Nice memories, Flo. Yeah, it was nice. There was going to be many, many, many more. I'm just saying, I was set. I didn't need anything else. I wanted her. Found her. Now I've got to go to a fucking psychologist. Why do I have to go and see a psychologist? Why do I have to go and spend my time explaining my feelings to someone when I haven't done anything? I was just there for her. I was there for her. And now I've got to go and do this shit. Plus my fucking driving bloody... I don't want to do this fucking job anymore. My renewal fee is due. Your bus driver authority is due to be renewed by the 30th of the 1st. Which... I don't want to renew that because I don't want to do this job. I want to go and live in Tasmania and work in a kitchen and be with my girlfriend. I don't want to fucking work on this job again for another 4 fucking years. Driving a stupid bus. Fucking over it. I didn't break this. Her capacity collapsed. My actions were not the cause. Look, it says it. It's right there. I didn't break this. Her capacity collapsed. My actions. Where is it? I didn't break this. Her capacity collapsed. My actions were not the cause. I didn't break this. I didn't break this. Her capacity collapsed. My actions were not the cause. I didn't break this. Her capacity collapsed. My actions were not the cause. Take time off. Start looking for a job in January. I don't want to. I don't know, man. I'm just so bitterly disappointed. I'm so disappointed in everything. How much longer are we going to give this Mel Robbins? Are we going to get anything out of this? I'm over it already.
Could stand here and practice being present. That's another thing I could do. I could, because I don't have time at the end of the day and I'm always tired and I'm complaining that I'm lonely, I could actually pick up the phone and call my grandmother. I could text my friend Jay Shetty because I've been thinking about him. Like, you have so much power, but you're going to burn through it in that line. And then you're going to feel your stress activated. And then you're going to get in the car and then somebody's going to pull out in front of you. And then you're going to be stressed again.
Well, don't be disappointed in an ability to deal with the situation you never faced before. Yeah, good way to look at it. It's a new, unique situation. Yeah. Yep. It's unique. It's novel. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And you're going to walk into work and you're going to be annoyed in some meeting because of what somebody said, and then that's going to hit you again.
The trouble is I've lost control. That's the trouble. I've lost control. Not what she's saying. Obviously I've lost control of Sophia. I can't control anything she does. Obviously, I understand that, but I've lost control of myself, man. I've lost control of myself here. I've spiraled down and I can't get back up. Like, I'm spiraling all day, every day since this has happened. I've just been in a constant downward spiral, constantly emotional, ramping up from just plodding along with a sunken feeling in my stomach and my head swelling and throbbing. Then I'll burst out crying. Then I'll be okay for a while. Then I'll start crying again. I just don't have any control. My mind is definitely running circles around me, and I'm stuck in a loop here. Flosky, don't feel bad feeling hurt about losing someone special. If you didn't care and felt hate, what good would that do anyone? I tell you, I get what you're saying, but I would rather hate this girl. You know what? If I could turn this into hate, I think I'd be better. I think if I could say, holy fuck, this girl, she really dumped me. She dumped me. And if I could just go back and erase all her, and you know what? If I hated her, I'd just come out here and tell you her name, and I'd show you the photos of her, and I'd address everything and say, this is what we were hiding from you, get it all out and feel better. If that would be easier, right? That would be so much easier on my head. But I still love this girl, and I still have this feeling that she's going through a fucking horrible time, and when she comes out the other side, I want to be there. I want to be available. I want to be the person that can say, are you okay now? Do you want me there? I'll be there. Are you good? Are you good? If you're good, are you ready for me to come back? And are we good? That's what I want to do. It would be way easier. And that's why because that probably won't happen, right? There is obviously that very, very real aspect that may not ever happen. I guess the 20th or 22nd, when that ticket goes to Tassie, I'll know by that point, right? If it comes to Christmas and she's, I mean, then again, I don't know. How long does this stuff take? But my point is, it would be much, much, much easier for me to come out here and say, you know what she did? She did this and she did that, and have a look at this photo of her and have a look at the, and then I'd show you all the nudes and all that stuff. That would be so much easier. And I'd be like, dust my hands of that and fuck her. But that's not, like, I don't have that in me, and I don't have that. That's not who I am. Like, I've matured, can you fucking believe it, to the point where I can recognize there is something wrong with this person in a mental capacity that has caused me a great deal of hurt and a great deal of harm, but it doesn't reflect negatively on the person. It reflects negatively on her mental capacity. And you can't just, you don't just turn off the love for someone, right? It's not a switch. You can't just go, I don't love you anymore, and the switch is flicked off. That's not how that works. Like, the psychologist will help you in ways to break the loop. I hope so. I really hope so. I think you have to wait for her to reach out. Absolutely. And don't chase it. She'll only feel pressured. This is like 100% was like, that's what I'm saying. Like I've removed all the ability for me to do that. I mean, technically speaking, I probably could scroll all the way back through phone calls and find the number that's the one of, because there's, well, actually, no, it'd be the number with the most of. But this, I literally use this phone as my work phone, and there's hundreds of missed calls and hundreds of text messages. But there's no messages from her because I swiped left and deleted our entire chain of command, our entire message history is gone, sadly. But yeah, that's you're dead right. Like if she does get to that point, my point is, I want to be better than I am now, right? I want to be healthy. I want to be strong enough to say, look, are you good? Like, did your doctor, did he fix this? Like, are you good? And if you're good, do you have the capacity to pick up from where we left, or where you left me? Are you good to pick that back up? Because I know that I am, right? Right now I'm not. Right now I'm an absolute fucking mess and a wreck, and I don't know how long I'm going to be like this for, but I'm down. I'm down bad. I'm down. I'm hurting. I'm fucking a miserable cunt. I'm depressed. Nothing seems to cheer me up. I'm just a shell of a fucking existence. But I still love her. I'd lose a lot of respect for you if you did that to her, and I know you wouldn't. I respect your pain and honesty because I've felt those things before. Thank you, Flo. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, Miss Thunder, how you doing? I'm so sorry. I appreciate your sentiment there, Miss Thunder. I'm in a bad way, and yeah, I need to get better, and maybe that's what this psychologist stuff will do. Help me get out of that loop. I want to break that loop. That's definite. Because I don't like feeling like this. I don't like it. And I hate existing knowing that she's not part of my existence. I hate knowing that she's down there, and I can't just message her and say, did you take your meds before midnight? How's Maeve? Did you get out for a walk? I can't do that. I really care about her. I can't do that. I fucking hate this. Fucking hate it.
All day long, because you don't recognize how this stuff is impacting you. That energy inside your body is slowly draining. And this is why you're exhausted. And so
I'm exhausted because I've been fucking dumped, Mel. You can still think of her, but the focus must be on yourself at the moment. I'm boring though. I'm not interesting at all. There's nothing interesting about me at the moment. Up until last Wednesday, I'm just the same old dude. Now I'm just this fucking shell. I don't even interest myself. I hate myself. I don't interest myself. I'm boring. I think obviously this channel, this content is just absolute dribble. I'd be surprised what's the point of this. I don't know, this whole thing, like everything right now just feels like dumb to me. Like this Gives a Minute YouTube thing just feels like, I mean, to be fair, it's felt that way for quite a number of years. And then, Sophia and I talked about doing something together and revamping and rejigging it. And I was down for it, ready for it. Now I don't know, people watch this might say, why does this guy broadcast this? He's just making it harder for himself. Yeah, probably. You're far from boring. I'm fucking boring, was. Miss Thunder, did you say yesterday, Gibbs, that she needed some help? That was why she broke up with you, to focus on herself. That's correct, yes. I know that you came in yesterday, I think, for the first time in a while. So yeah, my girlfriend dumped me because she is in a mental breakdown. She's had basically a shutdown, a complete mental shutdown, and she is she has the help that she needs, but she also chose to shut me out, and I got caught up in the crossfire of all of it. She needs help. She needs it urgently. She can't function. She can't exist. Someone bouncing a ball next door can set her off into an absolute manic fright, and she just fight or flight, and she just closes down. She just can't function. She needs to be in a ward. She needs to be in a ward. She needs permanent help. And she has shut me out of any potential help that I could give her, even though I'm not a doctor. I don't have any criteria. All I have is the love that I shared for her and from her. And I thought that would be enough for two of us to walk that hard line together, walk that hard road together. And she decided to end it. And she's left me in an absolute mess, because I know that I was there for her. I was committed for her in full knowledge of her health, in full awareness of how bad it can be, in full knowledge of what she needed and what I could potentially do in my role as the partner to be supportive of her, to act in a manner either financially or in emotional, just in any of the capacity that I can offer her, which I have done from the moment we met. And she just didn't. She just chose to end it instead of embracing that, and the reason she chose that, she just can't deal. Her brain is just shut down. It's like there's no chance for you to talk about it. There's nothing. It's just void. She's in a dysregulated state. She's in severe mental disorder, overriding everything else. And yeah, the woe is me, the sorry me story for me is that I just got caught up in that. If I didn't think much of her and if I didn't love her, I would easily just have ejected from this. And I would have just moved on and said, well, this girl doesn't want me, doesn't need me. Cool, I'll just move on. I'll find someone else. But I love her, and she means the world to me. And I want her to be healthy, and I want to be next to her when she gets healthy. I want to be next to her when she gets to that healthy state. I want to be the guy that's standing next to her saying, I knew you could do it. Look, let's go out for a walk. I knew you could do that. Like, and let's enjoy our lives. Like, yo, Jimmy Aussie, how you doing, man? I know exactly how you feel, mate. Me and my partner are 5 years split in Feb. She suffers from mental health. She just shut me out and ended it. I couldn't believe it. Oh, man. That's heavy, dude. That's heavy, Jimmy. By the way, do we know each other, Jimmy? Is it Jimmy who I think Jimmy? Or is it just a random handle? But do I know you? I guess I could check your channel, but and so my struggle here is just acceptance and letting go, I guess. No, mate, just a random. Okay, cool. I do know. I thought you might have been someone I know, but yeah, man, that's so. Tell me about it, man. So you were together for 5 years. What kind of mental health concerns did she have? That's horrible to hear, dude. And February, so we're now. Oh, dude, so you've been single since then. How's it been for you from February? I can't even imagine that, dude. From February. And what steps did you take, or what did you do to continue on? Like you stop loving her somehow? How do you turn that off? Like what's your advice? I guess I'm asking. How do you advise me here? It's all, I'm being selfish because I really want help here. Is that wrong? But I really want to get better here. I really want to get fixed. So if you can offer any advice, maybe he's typing or something, but I guess if I go over here and start playing, he'll speak, I guess.
Simply starting to use it, whether it's at work or it's just in your daily life, to say, let them. Wanting people to change is not the problem. How we go about it is. If their behavior is telling you that your needs are not a priority, you have.
Hey, Netsky on Rumble, what did your doctor say today, Gibbs? Hope it wasn't antidepressant. So my doctor was upset, somewhat upset that I threw the other ones away, and I said I just don't like the feeling that I get from them. So he wasn't that impressed with that, but he said, okay, well, we won't ever give you those again. I said, that's good. And I did explain that I have gone and taken, and I probably will tonight as well, if I'm being honest. I probably will rely on it, but I have been using the over-the-counter sleeping pills, the doxycyclamine succulent or something. I don't remember what they were called. And he then hooked me up, and he wants me to do 6 sessions with a psychologist. She just rang earlier, a psychologist in Nowra that I've got an appointment with on Monday. He wants me to do 6. He recommended 6 sessions. Jimmy, I've been an absolute mess, honestly, just time and not blaming myself, but it's very hard. It's still hard. Wow, man. Okay, I can resonate with you, dude. I'm sorry to hear this, man. The longer the relationship, the longer the recovery time usually. Hopefully, since Gibbs wasn't as long, the road to recovery will be shorter. Hopefully, yeah, that's a good point. I mean, we were together from May 14. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, arguably 6 months, right? Half a year. Not much. Isn't that strange when you put it down to just the amount of months? Like I felt like I knew her intimately. Like I felt like we'd known each other for years. She slid into my life. I slid into hers. When you say 6 months, it's almost like, wow. Lots of crying helps, then rediscover yourself. I've been bawling my eyes out, dude. I'm not going to deny that. I've been an absolute fucking waterfall. I was doing my 12K fitness run this morning, fitness walk, listening to Anal Nathraki, which we played earlier, some pretty heavy, dark fucking, I think they're an English 2-piece. They just make some of the most insanely catastrophic music. It's like end of the world kind of screaming and gnarls and just death and destruction. And I was crying while I'm running. Miss Thunder, did you both live together the whole time? I guess you're talking to Jimmy. Yeah, you've been missing from me for a while, but you don't know. You I guess you're talking to Jimmy, right?
To let them reveal that. You're only attached to it.
No, you gives. Oh, me. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so I met Sophia as she was in the process of moving states, so moving interstate from New South to Tasmania. That was the what's the word? I can't remember the word, but there's some word that describes like the idea of that's how the pretense or something. I don't know. We talked and we got to know each other, and we went on a few dates, and we became intimate. And she was saying, I'm not going to make a commitment to this because I'm leaving the state. And I'm like, I get it. I think you're pretty rad, but I get it. And slowly it became, I used to say to her, I think very highly of you. That was me disguising that I'm falling in love with you, but I didn't want to say the words. I was like, I just think very highly of you. And that was my key words. And then slowly it just came out. I think one night it just popped out. I said, I think I'm in love with you. And she was like, it's there from both of us. We're in this together now. Let's commit. And so she said, let's make a committed relationship, even though we both didn't know what that would. We both would like, well, I don't know what this looks like. You're going into state, and I'm like, I know that, and I'm immediately booked a ticket to come and visit her. Gave her 3 months once she moved down there, or 2 months. She settled in. I come down to stay with her for a week and a half. At the same time, I booked the next trip down, which is coming up for the 20th of December. And then we had the plan was in March me to go back down with GoVan, do a road trip down to Tassie and spend more time down there. And it was at that point that we would have talked more about logistics, about me going down there permanently. Now, what she does know, but I don't think for some reason, she hasn't really factored this in. I was making the arrangements, or at least looking at what the arrangements would be should I be there permanently, what that would look like. Where would I work? Where would I live? Would I live with her? Would I live in the same suburb as her? Would I live in the adjacent suburb? Would I live in the next city? What would my job be? Where would I work? When I was down there last time, I scouted out some of the local areas. I found a restaurant like a pizza restaurant. I could go and apply for work there. I found a bus line company called Kinetic that they do tours. I told her all this. I was like, these are the things I've been doing while, she sleeps quite lengthy into the day. I'd get up and walk around, and I'd do searching online and stuff. And I was looking at what this would look like for me to move there on a permanent basis. And there were options. The one that really stood out to me, or the one of the greatest, not the greatest option, but the one that was most welcoming. I can't think properly. I'm really struggling here, but the option that seemed the most not logical. I genuinely can't. I'm really struggling to form words. The one that seemed most the best option, I wanted to work for a tour company. I'm good with people. And so I thought I could get a job as a guide, like a tour guide because there's lots of scenic locations in Tasmania, like lots of real world-class scenery, right? And I thought I'd apply for a job as a tour guide. So the person who drives the little Toyota Hiace buses usually with like 8 to 12 people on board. And for the next 4 days, you like cater for them, you camp with them, you cook for them, you put them in accommodation, then you take them up on the hikes and you do them and you spend, and these are like a tour guide basically. And I thought that would be a really rad job, not only because it gets selfishly, it gets me to see Tasmania, but one of the fundamental things about why that seemed like the most logical, that's the word I was looking for before, the most logical choice of jobs is because it would also keep me out of the house. So if I was to move there and Sophia said, well, of course you're going to live with me. Like, I'm not going to, why would you live somewhere else? I want you near me. Yeah, I would love that. And I also respect that it's her house. And so if I got a job where I was away from home for periods of time, such as maybe a 4-day hike, 5 nights, 4 days away, or, a week or whatever, and then I come back for 4 days and then I go again, that gives her the space to have her own space, which she and I haven't lived with a partner. I haven't lived with a partner for over 10 years, 13 years. She hasn't had a partner, and I don't even know if they lived together her last partner was 8 years. So it would be a very gentle sort of stepping stone into the concept of sharing space with each other on a permanent basis. The alternative to that would have been I could have worked in a kitchen. There's a restaurant just up the street from her. We got pizzas from there one night. They're nothing special to write home about, but I could change that menu. I could go and work there. There were options, is my point. And I genuinely would have done, if she had have said to me, I need you here now. I'm going through a horrible mental state right now. I've got this doctor, but I need you. I would have dropped everything and gone there immediately. I would have gone on a one-way ticket. Like, instead of breaking up with me on last Wednesday night, if she had said, I'm spiraling so far out of control here. I really need you. I need my man by my side. I would have been like, I'm booking a ticket now. I'm literally booking tomorrow's. She dumped me at like 10 o'clock at night. I would have booked a ticket for the next morning, and I would have been out of here on a train to the airport, on a plane that fucking day, and it would have been a one-way ticket. And I would have said to her, I am here for you, and I am staying with you until you are better. And I would have gone into that restaurant and said, I'm here to work. You got a job? They would have said no. I would have gone to the next place. There's a RSL club up next suburb. I would have gone up there, bowling club. Have you got any work? I would have gone. There's a couple of little stores there. She's got a pet groomer. I would have gone there. Do you need someone to clean the shop? I would have done anything to be there if she had have asked me. She never asked me. Instead, she dumped me. And so when you have it in yourself that you care something so much for someone that you're willing to do whatever it takes to show them that, and then they just dismiss it, it really, really, really hurts. It stings. I can actually see you being a tour guide. That's great. Yeah, I think that would be like I said, that would be the most ideal of the options, like a tour guide. Tour guide would be cool. I wish I was good with people, but I'm not. Okay. I've always been good with people, and when you have like, I don't have this now because she's not my girl, but when you have a girl in your back pocket and you have a comfortable relationship with a beautiful person waiting for you back home, you everything else is good, Like I could be on that tour guide with these people, and I'd be like, I'd be so stoked because I've got this beautiful girl back home, and I'd be like, look at this photo of where I took these 6 Asian tourists. They were frothing. They were on top of this mountain. The wind was blowing. Their parkas were flapping in the wind, and I got this great photo, and one of the parkas flew off, and they had to go and buy one from the tourist shop. That kind of stuff, because I'd be like sending it to my girl. I'd be like, check this out. That made me happy, and I was doing that with the job that I have here, and send her messages about. I liked sending her voice recordings from inside the airport. I'd be walking through the airport saying, like, actually, I can't really say what I'd say because it's kind of personal, but I would just be giving her tastes of my day and how fucked certain situations were. And you feel like that stuff makes me a better person. Having someone to do that with makes me a better person. I don't have that now. She ripped that out of, it's gone. And I just feel super miserable because I don't have that. I feel really, really fucking miserable. I can't share any of the cool stuff of life with her. I'm in a funk right now. I fucking hate it. I hate this feeling. Miss Thunder, maybe instead of breaking up, just asking for some space. That's another option that never got spoken of. I mean, she could have just said, hey, I got to fix myself. Don't you go anywhere. I'm here. I just got to get fixed. But instead she broke up with me. I would have, I would have, I mean, that would have been difficult. But if she had said, hey, look, this is out of control right now. I gotta fix myself. Please tell me you're not going anywhere and I'm not going anywhere. Just give us a little space and I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks or in a month or whatever. I would have been greatly concerned for her. I would have been like, okay. And then I could have been talking to her mother. Hey, how have you checked on her today? How is she? But instead she shut me out. She erased everything. She deleted all of our connection. Like that night, she left my Discord. I didn't even check. I'm assuming she left all the Kick and the D Live and stuff. I don't look into there very often, but she erased me from Facebook. Like she blocked me off Facebook. She removed our mutual conversations about Christmas because there was a family group chat that I was part of. You know, it was welcomed into the family on their family group chat. She erased that. Then there was another group chat about the Kris Kringle Secret Santa stuff. She erased that. There was an app on my phone that she'd told me that you need to use this app to work out the gifts in the gift lists. And I went in there just the other day and I'm no longer on that either. So she just flatlined, like erased me. And like, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything and I got ejected so violently. And then I tried to message her. Of course I did. I sent her everything you could possibly imagine. And she just never responded to anything. I don't even know if she got any of it. Gives hugs. You're dealing with a broken heart, but the biggest thing is you're dealing with is rejection. The rejection is really feel worthless here. What have I done to be treated that poorly? What did I do? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything here. I didn't do anything. And I've been cast so fucking hard out. It's fucked. You are loved, Gibbs. We love you. Thank you. Thank you. And now I've got to wait an entire week for this psychologist session. How am I going to get through a week? How am I going to get through a week? I want to fix. I'm not getting it from this Mel. I'm going to have to watch this another time. We'll cut that. I'm going to cut that in half, but I'm not getting it from her. I'm over it. Are you okay? I'm not okay, Jake. We love you, Gibbs. Thank you. I'm not okay. You feel like talking? You feel that talking about it helps at all? I don't know. I don't know if this is helping or making things worse for me. I'm not sure. He's not okay, but he'll be okay soon. That's my hope. But I don't know, like, I've always done this. I've always been honest with the streams and with my content. So in my mind, just the same as I brought Sophia into this community, I guess I'm taking her out as well. She took herself out, but I'm just kind of like in a holistic kind of sense. Like if I didn't, like, if I wasn't here streaming through this period, there would be, first of all, there'd be a blank of confusion, right? And you might say that might have been better for you not to stream, not to talk about all this. But I've never been that way. I've always been an open book. I've always been, here's what's going on. Okay, yes, I did keep Sophia a secret. I was keeping her a secret for a very specific reason. I did not want anything to go wrong. I did not want there to be any confusion about who she was until we were sure ourselves. And when we both were sure that everything was above and everything was legit, that's when she came in and I started talking a little about her. So I guess talking about it here on stream hurts. And yeah, look, to be honest, I'll probably look back at these streams in a year and be highly embarrassed. Look at you crying your eyes out on stream. That's what happened. I've always said, what's wrong with crying? Like, it's just an emotion. What, I can laugh when someone cracked a funny joke? That's okay, but crying when you're feeling down, that's not okay. They're just both emotions. Happiness versus sadness. You're allowed to be emotional, right? Like, there's no, that's always amazed me. Like, outside of a breakup scenario, just in general, when people say, oh, you know, you shouldn't be crying, it shows weakness. I'm like, it shows weakness? Really? When? So happy, like being happy shows strength. And if you're not happy, you're weak? That doesn't make sense. Happiness is when someone told you a funny joke and you laughed at it. You're happy, you smile. I'm smiling right now just thinking about tell me a funny joke and I'll smile and laugh. I'm allowed to show that emotion, but break up with me, crush my heart, crush my hopes, crush my spirits. I'm not allowed to show sadness. That doesn't make any sense to me. Please take a day off. A day off streaming or a day off in general? I've reduced my working hours. It's only a moment in time. As time passes, things get better. Mal Pezzi, how you doing? I understand that and I get that. It hurts horribly now. It's been 4 days. Wednesday, it's not getting any easier yet, but fuck me, I hope it does. But it's not. I'm going it my own way though. I threw those benzos away. I'm not using alcohol. I'm not using any other substance. I am taking sleeping pills, but other than that, and these are over the counter, not prescription. Other than that, I'm just using surfing as my I've tried to, and I've failed, but I've tried to use the Goggins approach of taking the pain into a gain and taking something from it. Flosky, I've never thought crying is weak or something to avoid. It's super healing. Not being able to cry sometimes hurts worse. Getting it out is great. Yeah, I 100% agree. Now, I will say this, excuse me, before this happened last Wednesday, I haven't cried. When did I last cry? The last time I would have cried would have been probably on my father's anniversary of his passing. There might have been another time. I can't think of it, but I cried on that day, and I've been crying. I cried so much in these last 4 days that I couldn't eat. My jaw was so painful to open my mouth and close it with a chew. The back of my jaw was just agonizing, like up those muscles, I guess they're jaw muscles, they were just in agony to chew. I was like, I couldn't chew anything. I was like, fuck, I can't chew. But then again, I don't even want to eat. I weighed myself before. I'm normally 78, right? 77, 78. I'm down to 74 kilos. I've lost 4 kilos in 4 days. That doesn't make sense. I've lost 4 kilos. Hey Siri, what's 4 kilos in pounds? You're not going to talk to me? Hey Siri, what's 4 kilos in pounds?
4 kilograms is 8.82 pounds.
8.82 pounds. I've lost that in 4 days. My normal weight is 78. I just weighed myself after my fitness walk, 74. A kilo away keeps the doctor away. I've been shitting like an absolute maniac. Like, and excuse this, but it's not solid nuggets. It's just splattering. Like I'll take a dump and I'll look in the bowl and it will just be like flecks of it all spattered everywhere, all over the bowl. It's just. Netskis, bro, I think maybe you got out of there at the right time, just saying. You're saying Sophia was no good for me. I definitely don't agree with that take at all. She was wonderful. She's a beautiful, intelligent, smart, incredible human being. She just happens to suffer from some pretty severe mental health issues, which she is actively getting treatment for. I disagree with that. She was so right for me. There were so many things about her that slot right into my existence that that's why I'm hurting so much now, because I know what we had was really, really special, really genuine, real, unusually connected. Two humans unusually connected like that. It's not often you find someone like that. And like, I politely disagree with your take. You can have your own decision, but I just know that you're wrong at that point. Yeah. That doesn't help anyway. Like, here we are. What time is it? I'm going to go. And I'm going to sit in the shower and cry my eyes out. And then I'm going to watch some inane, ridiculous television until it's late enough for me to just go to sleep. And then I'm going to wake up and I'm going to go to my shitty job and I'm going to exist in a void, driving this fucking bus in a boring fucking life without her in it. Fucking depressing. I'm fucking so over it. Fucking depressing. Watch Lilyhammer. You did tell me about that, I've got that lined up. It'll get better. When? I don't know when. Fucking hell. Over it. For the next little while, I guess I'm just going to be a pretty boring content creator. Not going to fake it. I'm not going to fake anything. I'm just here. It's just me. Very soon, it's just 4 days in. All right. Thank you. Thanks, everyone, anyway. I know I ended yesterday's stream pretty aggressively. That's another story, but I won't do that again. I'll just have to end it wanted to say you're looking good to be 74 weight. Not bad at all. Thank you, man. You think this looks good? do you normally wear glasses and you've lost them someplace? Hey, thanks for being here, guys. I'll see you in a few days. I got 3 days of work and then I'll be back, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, speak to you then, I suppose.
Started out alive, man, that was the play. Streaming every night, building up the sway. But as the sight faded, I had to find my way. Now I'm hopping platforms, surfing through the fray. Got my crew behind me, yeah, we call them givers. Chillin' IRL, catching all the rivers. Sparkle in the chat, bringing lost to the grind. Talking crypto games while we sipping Jack Fine. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart. New Zealand's vibe, surfing waves day to night. Always looking for the next